Hello, we are Group 16. Our project name is Shades for Kids, Preventing Eye Damage Now that leads to eye disease in the future. We are composed of Enrique Araiza, Hulises Contreras, Norma Delgado, Ettore, Dustin White, and Melissa Wolkon. The mission of our project is to increase awareness regarding the importance of healthy vision by informing and advocating healthy eye care behavior for children throughout San Diego County. Our vision is to provide all San Diego County children with optimal UV eye protection and to instill healthy vision habits that will last a lifetime. We will facilitate school assemblies that emphasize the importance of using proper UV eye protection at an early age in order to ensure optimum eye health later in life. Students in grades K through 3 will attend one of the S.H.A.D.E.S assemblies and will be given a pair of UV eye protective sunglasses. During pre- and post-intervention, students and parents will be assessed in order to ascertain the participants' perceived susceptibility to eye disease, as well as the reporting of the use of eyewear protection. The following are our objectives. During the 2015 to 2016 school year, at least 50% of San Diego County K through 3 elementary school students will attend one of our S.H.A.D.E.S assemblies and receive a pair of sunglasses. During the 2016 to 2017 school year, the other 50% will attend one of our assemblies and receive a pair of sunglasses. By the end of the school year, 50% of children who have attended a S.H.A.D.E.S assembly will display self-efficacy by reporting protective eyewear usage during their last UVR exposure. By the end of the school year, 50% of parents of S.H.A.D.E.S participants will demonstrate perceived susceptibility by reporting increased enforcement of protective eyewear protection in their children during their UVR exposure. For our project, our main conceptual model is the health belief model. Although our long-term goal is to lower eye disease rates in adults, the short-term outcome we plan to measure is the protective eyewear usage during UVR exposure in San Diego County K through 3 children. Our outcomes will be measured subjectively through the use of surveys that will be administered to students of both the experimental and comparison group. Prior to the first educational assembly, all participating students, both those in the experimental and comparison groups, will be administered the same short questionnaire to test their knowledge of UV eye protection, as well as asking how often they use eye protection. A summative evaluation will be performed at the end of the school year, where health educators will once again test students' knowledge of UV eye protection and determine how often they use eye protection. A parent questionnaire will also be mailed home to find out how often students are using their eye protection. The post-program questionnaires will be compared to the pre-program results of both groups to measure whether students have increased eye protection habits over the course of the school year. In our study, we will be using the quasi-experimental design. This design method is the most suitable for our study as we will be interacting with 8 different schools within the San Diego Unified School District, and randomizing the groups would not be logically feasible. While not truly randomized by definition, we will be identifying 4 experimental schools and 4 comparison schools that are comparable in location, size, as well as socioeconomic factors. Our measurement points would be a pre-participation survey to measure the participants as well as the parents' knowledge base regarding the importance of the usage of UV protective eyewear. This would be conducted about 2 weeks prior to the first assembly. The next measurement point would be at the end of the school year, culminating in a post-program questionnaire that would be compared with the pre-participation survey in order to ascertain whether students have increased their usage of eye protection over the course of the school year. In our study, we will be using 4 schools in the experimental group and 4 schools in the comparison group. In total, there will be 960 students at 8 schools, with 120 students coming from each school and 30 students per grade level. Each of these schools were chosen as part of a vetting process that met our objectives. The schools share common attributes which make them comparable in size, socioeconomic factors, as well as location, which we are hopeful will make up for the lack of true randomization in our experiment. The advantages of using this method would include its ease of use. Since this type of experiment lacks conventional randomization, it is easier to set up, and financially speaking, it is less expensive. Some of the limitations with this method include issues with internal validity, since the participants themselves are not randomized, as well as concerns with loss to follow-up. This loss to follow-up comes from our need to receive feedback from parents at the end of our study. Additionally, Enrolling students can come with inherent obstacles, which is why we have selected a quasi-experimental group design. This design takes into consideration that some schools will be more motivated to work with the research team, while other schools may not be inclined to participate. Although this includes some bias, we will endeavor to match schools based on objective criteria. That just about does it for our presentation. We hope you enjoyed it and found it educational. Thank you very much.